Good evening, foolish mortals. I'm your ghost host. No host, just your ghost host tonight, with my zombie host, Bruce. Welcome to the Diz Idiots podcast for Austin 316 Day, right here. March 16th, 2021, bringing you all the news from around the world, Disney World. So, we're going to get out of this gate fine. We're going to get out of the gate fine. We got some of the hottest news, hot off the press right now. Disney World is currently selling thumper balloons for Easter.
Magnificent. It's about time.
They're actually really cool balloons. I love them, and they're going to sell them till April 4th. They're great balloons, and I keep up with the limited time merch for stuff like this. Balloons and little insequential things. You don't have to do big things for limited time merch. Don't make people feel like they're missing out on something big. But balloons, do it.
They're cool. Also, Thumper. Thumper doesn't get enough love. A lot of other characters do. Come on. Throw a little buddy some love. Also, we want to talk about merchandise. Nobody else saw. Magic bands. Country Bear Jamboree Magic Band, people.
It's a farewell magic band. Enjoy it while you can.
That can be taken two ways. Both hurt. Magic bands don't hurt so much, but you leave my bears alone.
Hey, this is our longest running gimmick.
Second longest running gimmick. Tied for longest running gimmick.
Yeah, well, our longest running gimmick will come up later in this show. Maybe, potentially, probably, maybe. I don't know. Who cares?
Like John Madden, I'll fit it in.
Oh, you will. You will. I know you will. But, today also brings us upon a sad anniversary. On this day, 1 year ago, Walt Disney World closed for like the fourth time in history. Like, it closed very rarely. And it closed for a good many months. Because
March to July.
Yeah, because you all know what happened. If you don't know what happened, what rock are you living on, and can I come visit?
We come visit.
Yes.
We bring food. We both have dogs. We're wonderful house guests.
Yes. So, March 14th, Disneyland closed. March 16th, Disney World closed. Before then, the rest of the world closed. Hong Kong, Shanghai. I don't feel like scrolling through my timeline to find out when Paris closed, but it closed somewhere in there.
Do people care?
It actually may have closed after Disney World.
I believe they did close after Disney World.
No.
No?
14th was Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line. 16th was Paris. So it closed on the same day as the world. Because I have a lovely timeline here that's telling me everything that's happened since it closed. But, a lot of things have happened. So they reopened in July. They threw up some distancing markers. They put up some plexiglass. They took away meet and greets with the characters. They took away anything that's going to gather a large crowd. Everything that made Disney World Disney World. So they're giving you a half-price experience for a full-price $1.
Only one park, no park hopping, cut back on the capacity on rides, which that's also gone this week. Attractions have gone up in capacity.
Yes, apparently some of the Universal attractions have gotten to full capacity. Every row. And we're getting some news in that just this week, Disney has eased up some of the restrictions on how many people can stand on the spacing markers. Which it's changed like 3 times in a week. It's like 10, 4, whoever, your entire party. The social distancing markers are consistently inconsistent.
When it's your party, though, it's your party. So I think Universal's trying to, when they're doing all the rows, I believe they're trying to separate into 1 or possibly 2 parties. Benches like Reign of Kong and Fast and Furious. You can comfortably fit 2 parties of 2 there. Mm-hmm. With 6 feet in the middle, by the way. Those are long rows.
Well, it's okay, because the ride is a glorified movie.
No one's riding them anyway. That's just free air conditioning.
No, that's Hall of Presidents.
Hall of Presidents is a nice nap.
Oh, yes.
And the
it
video
is.
in Paris. American Adventure. Take your pick. Do them. We may be poking fun. Do them. We love these attractions. We love them to death. I love Hall of Presidents. I love an American Adventure.
So, one of my favorite times of one of the many nap attractions was Ellen's Energy Adventure. And I remember Meg and I go, and we literally, everyone else is storming to the front of the car. We just hop in the last row and lay down. And
which they did not like you doing. Everyone did it, but the cast members did not like that.
No, the cast member who was near us went, they got the right idea.
Nice.
And they're making the spiel. This is a 45-minute attraction. Please make sure to use the restroom beforehand. And we're sitting there going, we're counting on it. We're counting on 45 minutes.
When you go down with that blistering heat, that air conditioning couldn't be nicer. Actually, one time we each, but there was like 4 or 5 of us, we each took our own row.
Yeah, it's doable.
It's doable. It's wonderful. Those cars are huge.
Yeah, that was a people eater and a half.
Plus, that long pre-show.
This is the pre-show that never ends.
And we're going to make you stand through it. Oh, there's 3 benches that hold 3 people each. Fight for those. The rest of you stand. We don't want you sitting down.
You're sitting. That's a fire hazard. Please stand up. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Put one of these hands on each hand up.
You know what's my favorite with that? That's a fire hazard. You can't sit. It's a football field in here. A fire hazard for what?
To quote the great Mitch Hedberg, if you are flammable and you have legs, you are never blocking the fire exit. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's what's going on there, Hopefully, look, reopenings, mostly reopenings, probably going to come late summer, early fall. That's probably what's going to happen. And, oh dear God, I do not want to be near those parks.
They're, Universal hit capacity today. They actually were telling everybody at Uni and Disney too, be prepared for spring breaks, crowds, and they're showing up. I know. I'm thinking around October 1st. I'm just going to pick a random date. Around October 1st, I'm expecting a little more restrictions because they have new things opening. They're opening the whole front of Epcot. Remy's. I always call it Remy's Energy Adventure.
Oh, that'd be an interesting attraction.
Now, that is Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. But with all the things happening, I would think you want to. I remember how the 40th was. I can't imagine you're not going to have some Disney diehards coming for the 50th, and you're going to want a better rollout than, the merchandise, line up for it. Oh, you can't get into parking to line up for it, so everyone storm the Contemporary and line up on the roads. That was real safe.
So, what will be interesting around some of this stuff, though, is I think there's going to... I'm speculating, because that's one of the things we do, if I remember correctly. We speculate.
Love to speculate.
So, as things reopen, there's going to be a crush on these parks. People are hankering for their Disney. But I think there's also going to be a greater hesitancy to pull their kids out of school this year.
A much greater hesitancy.
Oh, hell no. I just had you for 500 straight days. You're going.
I think I don't see as much pulling out of school. They're hankering to go, but you're still going to have who knows what's happening with travel that could change at a drop of a hat. With any
you don't
of the
want to
people.
see those airfares.
Not just airfares, restrictions. I'm sure some airlines are going to say you must be vaccinated to enter and exit the plane. What have you?
Exit? If you're already on the plane, they want you off if you're not vaccinated. We're sorry, you can't leave. You're not vaccinated. You let me on.
Yeah.
But
I just feel enter and exit has to be said because someone's like, oh, you can enter the plane, but can you exit the plane?
Wise ass. That's my
yeah, and I'm prepared for it. Know you well enough, buddy. Yeah, it'll be interesting because I know everyone's hankering. That's why I, in the past, have mocked Disney's super long celebrations. It's the year of a million dreams. It's going to go a year and a half. I actually do like that they haven't made announcements. They obviously made announcements later about the 50th and what they're doing with all the icons of the parks and everything. I like that they're doing 18 months so far. Who knows, that'll get extended of the 50th because it'll really allow more people to come because they're hankering and capacity's not there. The capacity's of the parks out there yet. That reservation system, folks, ain't going anywhere from what I understand. So resis are here to stay.
Yeah, and
which also means getting a Rise of the Resistance will be harder than ever. There, I said it.
It's always hard. I'm never riding that attraction. I would like
2048.
I would like to point out that when I say that, there's about a 16-year delay between when I say I'm never riding an attraction and when I ride it. My point in case is it took me nearly 16 years to ride the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. That is about the time my boycott of them taking over Mr. Toad's Wild Ride had ended.
Overrated.
And I only did it because my wife wanted to. She was not my wife at the time, but she wanted to, and I will do that for her.
Wife happy life. She's wonderful, folks. She really is.
And it's a wonderful attraction.
Overrated. It's great for kids, okay?
It's in Fantasyland. It's made for kids.
Yeah, but when there's a trackless version that exists, I'm always going to say it's overrated.
Bruce, just breathe in, breathe out.
I know.
And remember, it's in the same Fantasyland as Peter Pan.
Fact. Okay, it's an amazing attraction.
Welcome. You have waited an hour and a half for this attraction. Enjoy your 45 seconds of flying over Neverland. It took you longer to get on this than the whole ride.
2 minutes if somebody's getting on, they have to stop it.
Extra time. Spot Ariel. See if some kid threw something down there. You can usually find a quarter or something down there.
They removed my gum.
Shocking.
He was there for a very, very long time in that volcano. Thank you. It was there. I went on. I'm like, oh, they removed it. Someone caught Wise.
You probably told the person that caught Wise.
No. They were all next to me when I did it.
So, yeah. And then, July came. Tokyo reopened. Haven't heard much about Tokyo. I don't follow Tokyo. Does anyone follow Tokyo? No one follows Tokyo.
Briefly, but I have pages that follow it, but it's they've reopened and shut there. Tokyo's run completely different than the world, and that's okay. They can do things different there.
Yeah. July 15th is when Epcot and Hollywood Studios reopened, and the 11th was Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom.
Hooray for Hollywood.
And July 15th was Paris. And again, Disneyland is still closed because California.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming because if it wasn't coming, there would be large lawsuits coming to the state of California.
The city of Anaheim may have a revolution against the rest of the state.
There are several places that may have a revolution.
The entire city will say, you literally took our main job source away.
The phased opening is still in process. There are a couple well-known restaurants that to this day are still closed in Disney. Ohana, which I'm a little shocked about. Casey's Corner, not shocked about. There's no such thing as social distancing in Casey's Corner.
Casey's that's kind of the problem. A lot of them, it's a space issue. Ohana actually may be because it's family style. The way it's served and everything, with the skewers coming around table to table, may be the reason that they're saying,
I disagree because they brought all the buffet restaurants they reopened to family style. Family Style is how they're kind of handling the buffet situation at the
Well,
moment.
are they taking the Brazilian style of the meat skewers around to each table?
I don't think so.
I'm sorry, when I say family style, I'm kind of referring to that. It's walking around with the meat. I think it might be a OSHA hazard. I could be wrong, but I'm theorizing here. I have no idea.
I don't think so because Texas Day Brazil and is open here. But also, I always think of Ohana as a breakfast restaurant. I never go there for dinner, ever.
I love it for dinner. I'm sorry, Tonga Toast. Shut up.
Citricos is still closed. Jico, I'm a little surprised it's still closed.
Chico's still closed? You know what?
Yeah.
If Bulma's open, just go to Bulma. Everyone loves Sanaa. Chico's has the wild boar. That's delicious.
And the one that surprises literally no one, it's still closed. Vicky and Al's.
Really? Why?
Vicky and Al's Roast Beef Barn is still closed. I'm sorry, people. Which is totally how I'm calling it every time. Where are you having dinner? Vicky and Al's Roast Beef Barn.
I love it. No, book it. That's it. We're going to make merch. That's going to be the first thing we make. Vicky and Al's Roast Beef Barn. Love it.
Best restaurant at Disney. Vicky and Al's Roast Beef Barn.
But you know what I find funny is that I'm blanking on the seafood restaurant at Grand Floridian. That's open, but Citricos is closed?
I don't have a full list
of
everything that's closed. These are the big names.
Yeah. Citricos, if you've never been, is actually a very quality dinner. They had osobuco when I was there, which is just that's an instant get, and it was, of course, delicious. Narkusi, that's it. Narcoossee's is the one. I've at one of the few restaurants I've never eaten at.
Oh, I like Narcoossee's. You know what? This happens every time I go to Disney. I'm booking my reservations, and I go, I know I've been to Narcoossee's. I've never been to Citricos. And then for some reason, I get them mixed up in my head, and I book a reservation for Narcoossee's.
I'm sorry.
And then we're walking to it, and I go, I did it again.
If you've never been to either, Citricos is a more Mediterranean fare, and Narcoossee's is more seafood, which would make sense. I'm not a big seafood eater, but the Mediterranean, I really liked our meal at Citricos. I was really impressed.
Yeah, I like seafood. Seafood's a weird thing because even when you try to fancy up seafood, it still comes off a little tacky.
Like it's a nice location for it too. On the water, it's nice. Never been. Obviously, I'd say that I've never been.
Okay. Doing my best here with allears.net, my official source of Disney information, to find out what's still open and what's closed, and trying my best to judge what they have here. So still closed. Tortuga Tavern. Please. Shock me. Shock me there.
You mean the overflow restaurant's closed because it's only in partial capacity? Wow. Are you going to tell me the noodle station's closed too?
Hold on, I go by land here. Be Our Guest is closed. Cheshire Cafe is closed. Friar's Nook is closed. Prince Eric's Village Market is closed. Frontierland minus Picos Bills is closed. Literally everything.
Wagon Ho is closed?
Yes.
Really?
Closed Monday through Thursday.
Huh. That makes sense to be open on the weekends. That's one of the best places to get coffee.
Harbor House closed.
No, that does not surprise me at all. Harbor House is a COVID nightmare.
Diamond Horseshoe closed. Casey's Corner closed. Plaza Ice Cream Parlor closed. Cool Ship Cooling Station closed. Cosmic Rays mobile order only.
One of the busiest restaurants in the country.
The Lunching Pad closed Monday through Thursday. Tomorrowland Terrace closed Monday through Thursday.
I'm kind of getting the feeling that Monday through Thursday is very, very slow since most things aren't open. Well, what did you, Fantasyland? We covered that. So you didn't mention Pinocchio, so that's open.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? That's closed. That's open, but the revamped Figaro flies at Plaza are closed.
Irony for you people. Irony. Liberty Inn closed. Regal Eagle Smokehouse, crafts, drafts, and barbecue. Mobile order only. Nine Dragons Restaurant closed. Lotus Blossom Cafe closed Monday through Thursday. La Crêperie de Paris coming soon. Monsieur Paul's closed temporarily. Cool Wash closed Monday through Thursday. Eats at the Epcot Experience closed temporarily. Electric Umbrella closed. That's not related. That's work. Space 220 coming soon. Taste Track closed.
Where do you eat at Epcot? Where are you eating?
Hold on, we're getting there. We have a lot more countries to not talk about, actually. Sunshine Stevens Cafe. Mobile order only. All of Germany is open.
Yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
The pizza window and the wine cellar are closed in Italy. Everything else is open. Japan. The Garden House, the ice cream cart, Tokyo Dining, and Takumi Te are closed. But Teppanydo and Tatsuri Grill and Tabuki Cafe are open.
Okay.
Kabuki Cafe. Mexico. La Hacienda del San Angel. Closed Monday through Thursday.
That's about San Angelo Inn?
That is open.
Okay. So the good one's closed. Cool.
Yeah.
Monday through Thursday. Doesn't sound like anyone's going to Monday through Thursday. So if you're in the area, Monday through Thursday is the time to go.
Morocco. Oasis Sips and Sweets is the only thing open.
Leave Morocco alone. They're going through a tough time.
They're going through a tough time.
All right, buddy.
This is a hit. This is a hit. Norway. Akershus Royal Banquet Hall.
Akershus.
Doesn't matter. It's closed.
Of course it is. It's for kids.
Kringla Bakery Oog Cafe is open, though.
Do not get the aquavit. You heard it here first. Do not try as much as you think I'm going to be adventurous.
The Rose and Crown Dining Room will be reopening shortly. It's beginning to take reservations today.
All right. Good.
That was for refurbishment, not
related. Well, of course, because yeah.
Tusker House closed. I'm trying to skip the actual restaurants here because most of what's closed is snack stands. Asia, everything appears to be open except quality beverages. I don't even know what that is.
It's just one of the stands there. It's just quality beverages on it. Just, purpose.
8 Spoon Cafe closed. Pizza Fari closed.
Excuse me? Pizza Fari. Okay.
Yeah. Smiling Crocodile and Terra Treats closed. The restaurant in Pandora, mobile order only.
But of course, the old mainstay, baby. Restaurantosaurus sounds like she's still going.
Mobile order only.
Mobile order only.
Dino Diner, though, Dino Diner is closed. Sorry, I skipped over Dino Land.
It's okay.
Listen,
as a former Blueberry, I was concerned. That's all.
The ABC Commissary, mobile order only. Backlot Express, mobile order only. Dinosaur Gerda's Ice Cream of Extinction and Dockside Diner and PV's Polar Pipeline closed. Is this riveting entertainment, people? I doubt it. But hey, I'm intrigued at the moment.
Actually, I'm really entertained, so I think everyone else might be. This is really good information.
Pizza Rizzo, Mobile order only. Neighborhood Bakery, closed. Cat Saka's Kettle, closed. That's in Galaxy's Edge. Because, I've never heard of any of those restaurants, so. Ooh. Catalina Eddie's, Fairfax Fair, Hollywood Hills Theater, closed, and closed. Pretzel Palooza, Rosie's All-American Cafe, Pretzel Palooza's closed. Rosie's All-American is mobile order only, and Sunshine Day Cafe is open seasonally.
That tells us nothing. Nothing. That says nothing. What is seasonally? That's like, it will start at dusk. Why not just say 6 is what you're talking about?
Okay. Let me rock your world right now.
I mean, you already kind of did, because you didn't mention Hollywood and Vine, 50s Primetime, Mamas, Sci-Fi. All the heavy hitters are open.
Yes. There is not, I repeat, not a place to eat at all 3 All-Stars. Everything at the All-Stars is closed.
How?
I don't know.
How do they eat?
Even the pizza delivery.
Is All-Stars open?
They might not be.
I'm thinking no by that, because that's a law right there. You got to give people a way to eat. And if it's not a law, it should be a law.
Dackle. Mara. Mobile order only. And the Uzma watering hole are the only things open.
So Sanaa, Chico, and Palma are closed.
Sorry, they split it into 2 resorts. That was Jumbo House.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sanaa, mobile order only. Art of Animation. Landscape of Flavors, mobile order only. So they're definitely open. So
Okay.
the All-Stars may be closed, but does anyone care?
No. They'll probably use some pop as the value.
Yeah. I'm just scrolling for anything intriguing because, there's a lot that doesn't matter. California Grill closed temporarily. It has a different look to it than everything else.
Cali Grill, I thought they were renovating still.
Okay, that may be it. It doesn't say closed for...
I believe Cali was getting a renovation of some sort. For all I know, the renovation was done and now it's just a COVID closure, but I thought Cali was... Chef Mickey's?
Chef Mickey's is open. That was one of the first to reopen, actually.
Okay, I thought so, but I thought I read that, but memory.
The Wave is mobile order only.
Oh, those sweet potato pancakes, they're delicious.
Top of the World Lounge, closed.
Ain't nothing to see.
Most of the places to eat at Coronado, closed. There are a couple things open, but
Tell me.
the Maya Grill's closed.
Pepper Market?
Not listed.
It has to be open. The Pepper Market's the main thing. That's the main eatery. If the Pepper Market's not open, they're closed. That resort has to be closed.
No, it's literally not on the list of restaurants.
Okay. Well, that's because it's a quick serve. That's probably why.
Bruce, we've encountered many quick serve on this list.
Yeah, but it's like a conglomerate of quick serve.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. But no, there are definitely things open at...
And for those listening, watching, if you've never been to the Pepper Market, do it. You're welcome.
Hold on. Could it have changed names?
Why would they do that to us? That's not fair. They didn't consider us when doing these things. We should be asked for approval. Bob, if you're listening, ask us for approval.
It changed names. It is El Mercado de... El Mercado de Coronado.
That's why. Okay, I'm going to call it Pepper Market anyway. Sorry, it's never going to change. But is it open or closed?
It's open.
We got the name. We missed that fact. Okay.
And yes, Narcoossee's is open.
Oh, there you go. What about wilderness?
Hold on, I got a lot of scrolling to do.
Okay,
Alphabetical order.
Can you
Alphabetical.
I'm sorry, you go off. I'm sorry, buddy. You go alphabetical. You're doing an excellent job.
Artist Point is closed and in-room dining is closed. Everything else is open.
Skillets a go.
Most of Disney Springs is open.
I do remember reading that. That doesn't surprise me.
Except, rest its soul, Wolfgang Puck Express. That's the place I eat almost every time I left. Well, until the new barbecue place opened, because that thing's awesome.
The last time I was at Disney Springs, I ate at some restaurant in the middle. I don't know the name, but ate, I mean drink.
Okay, and here, let me give you the shock of the day. All of Typhoon Lagoon is closed.
What? I did see a rumor that Typhoon Lagoon may be going under some big reconstruction. There may be delayed opening. Apparently, the backside of the mountain had some giant tarp on it. Waiting for more information on that.
Ooh, exciting! Exclusive. Nah. Speaking of
not exclusive, I got it from Screamscape.
Hey, who cares? Not exclusive, but anything going on with the FastPass Pluses in the world?
The rumor going around here, I've seen a lot of rumors that FastPass Plus signs and lineage has been disappearing, apparently, or should I say disappeared, possibly from an attraction or two at the Kingdom. So it's kind of wondering a lot of the theory. This rumor is certainly not new. The rumor has been that FastPass Plus is done. It will not be coming back, and that may be taking on the life of it being true. Again, obviously, you've heard me talk about rumors before. Until the world confirms or denies, we don't know. But frankly, if this is it, if FastPass Plus goes, it is about damn time. This is overdue, ladies and gentlemen. I saw it with my own eyes. I saw it working the tip board. Winnie the Pooh had to have their FastPass. This is before FastPass Plus, before Magic Bands. I know, archaic. The golden age in 2011. When they had the FastPass shut down, Winnie the Pooh was at that time averaging a 60-minute standby, was averaging 40 or less when the FastPass closed. FastPass reopened, right back up to 60 for standby.
Yeah.
I think it's about time. The FastPass system is, I know some people love it, and I know it's your chance at getting, it's your chance at getting to get on the best attractions, except for Rise of the Resistance, because there's no chance of that happening twice. Now it's our longest running bit.
Still in the same number of episodes, dude.
I know. Let me dream.
You can dream like dreamers do, but
yeah. But I've not been a fan of the FastPass system. I think it's hurt. If you look at Disneyland, which they are news there, I'm sure people have seen the amenities and they've kind of announced amenities that won't be coming back. Shock, surprise! FastPass and MaxPass are one of them. But Disneyland doesn't use the system as they have the old system. They have the FastPass Plus system. I just think if you just have the lines, it'll work much better, be more fair, and move the people through better.
So, both FastPass systems have problems.
Of course.
One of the big problems is they punish your average stupid day guest. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to call day guest stupid. You
mean your one day, one parks?
Yeah, the people that buy, they've seen the ad on TV. They buy the 3-night, 4-park hopper ticket room package. They do no research on what they're going to do. They get annoyed when they go to every restaurant and they're book solid because Disney is not like every other theme park, and that's a problem. Every other theme park, the thought of making a reservation for dinner is absurd.
Make a reservation, I walk up and I go.
Yeah, it's absurd. So the thought that that's what you have to do at Disney. 180 days before you go.
I was just going to
It's
say that.
literally nuts. And if you're going to do this Fast Pass Plus thing, here's one problem. Oh, yes, I got my ADRs all in line. Perfect, 180 days out. Oh, damn it. I could only get Avatar on the day I am not at Animal Kingdom. Now I have to redo everything.
If you're even lucky, the system is. Oh, by the way, pick a good attraction. Epcot, pure and simple. Pick a good attraction. Oh, pick everything else that really Imagination Fast Pass. I need that. Spaceship Earth. An Omni Mover. I don't need a Fast Pass for that. Nemo and Friends. Shall I keep going? It just I use a Fast Pass on Imagination just to say I did it. That's all.
That's why I do it. And you know what? It's just not fair.
It really isn't. This whole system. I get the idea, and I know also that the whole point, as we discussed in an earlier episode, they keep taking amenities away of the incentives to stay on property. There is no incentive to stay on property with the Fast Pass system anymore. It used to be great. It used to work. I liked the old Fast Pass system. There was a fairness to it. There's no fairness to this.
No, well, there still wasn't a fairness to the old Fast Pass system. And you know what it was? The people, the day guests that I'm criticizing are not the people that show up at rope drop. They stroll in at 11 o'clock.
Correct.
And by 11 o'clock, most Fast Passes of any attraction worth their spit were gone.
Well, most day guests varied. Obviously, the world's approached a little bit differently, but I understand what you mean. I agree. Also, you know what? I'm sorry, I misspoke. There's a bigger injustice with the old system. The Brazilian group standing there, one guy with a stack of tickets about 4 inches high.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken.
Yeah, no, they all have their problems. And then that group's all showing up at once.
I thought, what also a big problem always with the Fast Pass system? There was a method to it. It was meant to be, if you had 100 guests, you would take 60 standby, 60-40, I believe was the number. 60% and 40%. So I have 100 guests. 60 standby, 40 Fast Pass. Not jump the Fast Pass and we're going to take 10 of you.
But especially with this Fast Pass Plus, they have this promise of you're waiting 15 minutes or less. So,
obviously there's always going to be a need for the guest assistance passes changed. And I like it. I'm fine with it. Guest assistance passes belong and always should be there. But I had a lot of time to guest relations people. Well, I can't wait in lines. You're at a theme park. I don't know what to tell you. Waiting, it's only fair to wait in lines. You think everybody else wants to wait? But there are people who legitimately need it. These were the guests. It's like, why? Because, you don't want to wait in line?
Yeah, you have the guest assistance pass, you have anything. You're waiting one way or another, be it in line or be it...
There is one way. There is one way to not wait in line. You don't want that.
Have the last name of Iger?
No. To have Make-A-Wish. That green stamp was excellent then. That was the only one way to make sure you didn't have to wait in line. You don't want that. Nobody wants that. No.
And they absolutely should have that.
110%. I actually had I had a family once see somebody get it. How do I get that? I want that. How do I get that? And I had to look at them and say, they're a Make-A-Wish family. And I said nothing else. I just stared.
Mm-hmm.
They're Make-A-Wish. Do you want to be a Make-A-Wish family? That's the last family vacation they're ever going to have together.
Yeah.
And then on the inside, I'm like, I bet you feel bad about yourself right now, won't you? They deserve it.
Can we just take a minute to talk about the fact that Disney Imagineering and Universal Creative came together and built something at Give Kids the World, which is the official resort of Make-A-Wish? Let's just cover that Disney Imagineering, Universal Creative did something together.
Because you remember we talked about Anaheim a little minute ago? They were going to work together in California. That's how you know that they mean business when all of them agree. And let me tell you, they deserve it. I volunteered at Make-A-Wish Village, and I'm the worst person to volunteer there. I'm like, I love you all. How can I help all of you?
And if I remember correctly, as we're getting off the Make-A-Wish topic here, the getting together in Anaheim, one of the big four was staying out of it. Was it Cedar Fair or Six Flags?
I believe it was Cedar Fair.
Which is odd because I think they're more affected with Knott's Berry, but I
think Cedar Fair was kind of, it's hard to say. I think Cedar Fair was one of those, the three of them are fighting, so we're just going to hang out and see what happens. I could be wrong. It might have been Magic Mountain.
I could see either of them doing that going, we got enough fish to fry in markets they ain't going to help us in.
Yeah.
Either of them. Now, granted, Six Flags has all of Texas, so they're golden now.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're going to have other parks opening. I mean, they had parks opening in limited capacities in other areas. I would say Cedar Fair. I mean, think about it realistically. I mean, also this should be the 5 because you have also SeaWorld was involved with San Diego. Theoretically, Cedar Fair has 2 parks compared to 1 in California.
Yeah. I'm literally thinking, because I don't know. Did Cedar Fair have a park open last year? I don't know about Ohio. Virginia didn't open. California didn't open. That's 3.
Virginia wasn't allowed to open, and that was absolute BS.
I don't think Dorney was allowed to open.
Dorney did not open. I don't think Michigan opened. Maybe Valley Fair did. I don't know. California definitely didn't open.
The best shot is Carowinds.
Did Canada open?
Who cares? It's Canada.
Yeah. I don't know if they did. I'm blanking.
The big question is if Ohio allowed them to open, because that's 2 of their biggest.
Yes! Oh my God. How could I? Yes. Oh, I know for a fact my sister was living there. Cedar Point opened. I know for a fact Cedar Point opened. They opened it. They had their own odd way, but yes, I know for a fact Cedar Point opened last year.
Okay. But again, percentage-wise, I think they had the most parks shut down for the entire year.
Six Flags opened here. I know Six Flags opened here. I know Six Flags in other states opened.
And they had better limited capacity ways to open.
I know Carowinds tried hard to. They really did. I know Carowinds. I know actually both coasts, Scarowinds and Not Scary Farm, both really tried to go. Obviously, California was not happening.
Oh, but I think it's that time. On that incredible bombshell. It's time to say goodbye. 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 Goodbye.